Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your personal reading. Thank you so much for your continued support. I hope that your channel is doing amazing. I want to thank you so much for your patience in receiving this message, and we're going to get started. So, there's just so much going on in your job situation right now, and you're a manager and you've pretty much had no training, and you're just toxic energy, and you're just ready to leave this job. So you're wondering what's going on in your job situation, if there's anything new coming in. Let's just look into this energy, okay? So how about we just look at the current energy? You kind of explained it to me, but I just want to see what the cards have to say about it. Okay, so this is like the toxic energy, narcissism kind of energy. And so we're seeing that is kind of what covers the situation. So you're getting a confirmation that this isn't just your perception. The job that you're in, it has turned pretty toxic. And so that's definitely something we're seeing is like, yes, this is probably not the best. It might be time to start thinking about moving forward. And this is a card saying you've hit the target, you've hit the mark. Like, I see this as a message that your perception, your intuition is on point. Like, yes, it might be time to start thinking about moving forward. This is a positive message. The first card that came out, it says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So this is the star, in the traditional tarot. I kind of see this as a message that, like, I'm just kind of getting this download. Like, since you have this manager experience now, like, there's a whole new avenue of situations and opportunities that are open for you. And you've kept the manager position for a little while now. Like, maybe it's almost been a year, or like you're kind of heading to that point. I think once you have a year of experience in a certain area, in a certain job, like, that's something you can definitely claim on a resume. That's something you can move forward. So if you were to get another job, it's very possible you could take that manager experience and move right into another job and have perhaps a manager title and be able to have, maybe making as much as you are, if not even more. So there's definitely some opportunities for you related to this manager position, this title. It's worth it. Like, there's a whole reason, like, you've moved up. And so I definitely see opportunities for you as you move forward. It's funny. Like, years ago, I was working at a job as a manager, and I went around to look for job openings, and I was looking most places at just entry level positions. And I went to this one job, and they kind of just did an interview on the spot, and they asked me, like, what my experience was, and I mentioned how I was a manager, and they're, oh, we're actually hiring a manager here. We're hiring someone to be a key holder and a manager. And the pay raise was a couple dollars more an hour than all the other jobs where I was just going to be an entry level position. So I was really surprised to find that out, that, like, I could just go straight into another job as a manager and, receive training and everything and not have to start at the bottom. So this is actually a really good news for you. This is the card of facing your fears. It's going to take a lot of energy to move from where you're at to somewhere new. On top of the stress of your work, you're going to have to be filling out a bunch of applications, doing all that online stuff, monotonous, getting the callbacks, doing the interviews, getting your hopes up, not landing stuff, getting discouraged. It's a whole process. My husband has had many different jobs. I've watched him go through it every time, and, like, it's just so draining. It's so difficult. But this is the rabbit, which represents abundance, and so it's like, it's going to be worth it for you to be able to do this. Like, there's, like, all that work that you put into getting a new job will eventually pay off with you landing the right job. This is a message for you about where you're currently at. It says, ask for help from others. Like, there's a message for you about delegating. As a manager, you do have the ability to be able to delegate to your employees. So I would definitely, think a little bit more about delegating and just like breaking, maybe if there's too much on your plate, breaking up some of these tasks into really simple tasks that you can delegate to others. This says you're being weighed down by too many responsibilities. And this happens sometimes, they'll give you the raise, they'll give you the manager position, but it ends up that it's not worth it because what you have to do, it's like you should be paid more for it. And it's just so much work. That happened at the job I used to be at. They would give people a 25-cent raise to have to deal with so much crap. I remember one of my friends was gonna go out for a manager position at the job, and I told her, I was like, it's not worth it, don't do it. Like, you have to work all these hours that really suck, and you have to get all this, you have to do all this training and you don't get paid for it. I remember telling her, it's not worth it. Sometimes at certain jobs, it just isn't. So you're realizing right now your life is all work and no play. With this job, it's really difficult for you to have a work-life balance. So just confirmation that maybe it's time to move on. There's a reason you were in that line of work. It was a blessing to get the raise and everything and to be able to get the manager position, but maybe you're gonna take those skills and move forward. Next, I think that this is a message about your channel and your tarot readings. This says reward yourself for your hard work. Maybe this is a message there's gonna be a harvest, you're gonna be rewarded for your hard work. This says being happily and successfully self-employed and cherishing your alone time. If you have this gift and you're already making connections and you're getting yourself out there, might as well just keep going. It's hard because of the stress from work, but if you can put just half an hour or an hour each evening into posting and doing readings for people, doing giveaways, not really worried too much about making money, just keep the momentum going. What you put out comes back to you. That's what I've learned about this tarot business and working online. I'm 100% self-employed by my tarot readings now. And it's amazing. It took a couple years to get on that path, but man, it's amazing. This weekend I made more money than I would make in a week sometimes at my old job. And so it's just so worth it. And I feel like this is a message that you are going to be able to work from home, and maybe tarot is the answer. It's just you can't really bet on that right now. It's going to take time. It would be nice if you could just quit this job and do your tarot all the time or do your online business all the time. But I kind of see it's going to take maybe a couple more years before you're at that point. But I mean, what if somebody came to you and told you, hey, if you just maybe get a new job, work 2 or 3 more years, then you can quit your job, be self-employed if you just don't give up. I would do it, I feel like it's worth it, don't be discouraged, celebrate. You've already done so much hard work, celebrate it. Celebrate your abundance and keep going, and you're so close. That's the message I feel. You're so close. Yes, manifest it. Set the intention. Have your intention be at some point, I want to quit my job and be able to do this full time. I want to be making so much abundance off of my tarot and have so many clients and be coaching people or doing so much work and have so many views on my videos that I'm just getting fat checks, and I have to quit my job because I have so much work to do and so much abundance, it's not even worth it anymore. Make that your goal. Make that your intention, if that's what you want. This is fire, and let that passion, let that dream, let that intention be what sets that fire under your butt to keep you going even on the hardest days. So this is kind of time to make a decision, time to make a choice. Do you want to stay in this job until this happens, which could be a couple years? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think this is gonna happen in a year, maybe not 2. I'm seeing something around 3 years, which will go by a lot faster than you think. Yeah, this is Wands energy, which says it's gonna be a lot faster than you think. Divisible by 3. I'm kind of thinking 2 to 4 years. 2 years from now, you're gonna be doing pretty well if you just keep going with this business online. 4 years from now, you'll be set, okay? So, I mean, this is based off of you and your current energy. I kind of feel like, it's up to you to make that happen, but it's a possibility 5 years from now. A year from now, you'll start seeing signs that it's possible. Like you could be making a couple $100s a month and be like, wow, okay, like maybe eventually I can get to that point, you know? For now, I wouldn't worry about the money or focus on the money, or like on your videos, I wouldn't mention, you know, buy a reading from me, buy a reading from me, buy a reading from me. Just give, you know, do giveaways, do free readings, put your information and your charges in the description and stuff. Don't mention it. Just build your channel, build your community first. And then later you can start really promoting what you offer. You want to just create a place where people don't feel like they're being, you know, like, gimme, you know? I think that's a mistake a lot of new tarot readers make. I've helped people start their channels through coaching and stuff, and I've told them for the first year, just post a bunch of free videos, get a bunch of content going, stay consistent, give free readings away. You can put down in the description how much you charge $20, you know, don't charge $50, $60, $80, $100. If that's what you're doing, I haven't really looked at your channel lately, but if that's what you're doing, obviously you need to know your worth, but it's more important to build your community and to build trust and respect from your followers before you start asking a lot. That's why I'm only charging $40 for readings still. You know, I'm about to hit 30,000 followers. I know people who have as many followers as I do who are charging $200 for their readings. That's great for them, but I'm still building respect. I'm still building relationships. I want to make it worth it for people and affordable. I don't want to rip anybody off. Like, you know, if somebody wants a reading in 24 hours, then yeah, like I'll charge $100 or more. So, you know, look at your prices, look at what you're offering, put it in the description. Don't even shout it out in your videos. Let people find that information. Let them contact you if they want a reading, and just focus on the content, focus on the channel, focus on building the community, and do giveaways. Like every other week, give away a reading or two, post it on the channel, you know, so people can see examples of what you're doing. That will market itself. People will see that and be like, wow, that was a personal reading. That was so cool. Like, I want to buy one, and they'll find your info. If they want a reading, they'll find it, you know? So I've seen people start their channel. They have a couple hundred followers, and every video they're like, if you want a reading from me, blah, 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 blah. And then they've got the information, and it's like $100 or $60 or $50. And it's like, you only have 300, 500,000 followers. Like it just kind of comes across the wrong way. And I think it's part of why my channel's gone so far is like, I definitely promote my stuff, but I try to really offer as much as I can for free. Give, you know? Gary Vee, one of my favorite entrepreneurs, he calls it jab, right hook. Like jabbing is when you're putting up a free video. Jabbing is when you're doing a giveaway. Jabbing is when you're writing in the comments and like answering people's questions for free. Jabbing is when you're going live for free and just doing readings and just having fun and connecting with people. Right hook is when you are like, by the way, if you want a reading, contact me. Right hook is like, I'm having a sale, check it out, you know? And I think a lot of people are just like, buy a reading from me, like, here's a sale, like, here's this, like, and just pushing it and like really expensive prices on the readings. And it's just, you know, really wanting to make money out of it. And that's great. It's good to have an intention to want to make money, and you deserve it. But sometimes you got to build, you got to allow your, like, you jab. So make a goal, like tell yourself, like, for a whole year, I'm not going to care about the money. I'm not going to depend on that. I'm going to lower my prices. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to help people. I'm going to go live for free. I'm going to, you know, do giveaways and just connect with people. I'm going to write back every single comment. I'm going to follow other people in the tarot community and like support them and write nice stuff on their, you know, videos. I'm going to, you know, really try to inspire my followers and just connect with them and just be with the tarot and just like, let this be my safe place. Let this be my hobby, and know that eventually it'll turn into my jobby, you know? So this is saying keep working hard. You will be self-employed. I think you can do this if you really want to do tarot, because you seem like you have a passion for it. And if it doesn't end up being tarot, it'll be something else, you know? You're very artistic, and like you like to be online, you like to connect with people, like you're, you know, once again, you're artistic. So, you know, set an intention and start working towards some type of business that's online, and give it 3 years. And probably within 3 to 5 years, you'll be able to work from home. It takes on average a business 5 years to be able to turn a livable wage. That's literally a statistic. There's been studies done on it. A small business takes on average around 5 years to turn a livable wage. Mine has been going for about 4 years, and it's turning a livable wage around the same, around 5 years. My fashion styling makeup artist business, it took even longer than that. It took like 8 years for me to turn like a livable wage off that. So, if you're doing this a year or two and you're feeling bummed and thinking like, is this ever gonna happen? Just realize it takes like 5 years. When you plant a seed of an orange tree, it takes around 7 years for that tree to grow and to bear fruit. So, in our society, so many things are fast and instantaneous. Fast food, high-speed internet, the news instantly. We're being updated on things. We're getting information. Everything's so fast-paced. Sometimes we forget that nature actually moves pretty slow and it has seasons. This area of your life will grow slowly but surely. So I just want to give you hope that you're not going to be stuck in these types of jobs forever. Like, you have talents and gifts. You can use them, and you've got the internet. We've got this amazing tool. Not everyone is meant to be self-employed. Not everyone is meant to be artistic. Not everyone's meant to work online. I just feel like you're one of those people that it's a strong possibility that if you want this, you set an intention, you stick to it, you can make it happen. So here's the motivation card. I'm just trying to motivate you, and these cards are trying to motivate you. Like, you can make this happen for yourself. And a lot of this adversity right now you're experiencing at your job might be pushing you towards an opportunity. So, whoops, you can't see those cards. A lot of this adversity that you're experiencing in the job right now, it could be pushing you towards I'm like, where did those cards go? It could be pushing you towards an opportunity. I don't think you're being punished by the universe or anything. I think that there's an opportunity coming to you for some type of job. So let's look into what that is. What is this opportunity that's coming in? What is all of this energy kind of like leading you towards? What do you need to know about this situation? Okay. So this is actually saying, this is a card that's talking about long-term projects, researching, educating yourself. I see that for you when it comes to working online or the tarot or whatever. This card is also talking about doing research. So I feel like where you can start right now is by looking and seeing what types of managerial jobs that you might be able to land with your experience. I see a possibility you might have to stay with your job for at least until you can have 1 year of manager experience. Because some jobs as a requirement would say must have at least 1 year managerial experience. So if you have 8 months, 9 months, you might just need to make it until 1 year so that you're like, okay, you can walk into that interview and say, I have a year. You can write that down on your resume. What opportunities coming your way? Oh yes, look, the world. The freedom to go in any direction, a journey that's complete. This journey is coming to completion with this job. I definitely see energy that's pulling you forward. And I also see something too about like this energy with Frank. Like, I feel like it'll help so much just to be like, to have that clean break with him. It's good to have a clean break with your ex. I feel like getting this new job is going to give you that clean break. This says you will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. You're going to have to use your head, logic, and just realize like logically, how can you move forward right now? It's nice to have that dream to maybe quit the job and do the stuff online, but you're not there yet. So it's like logically, you've got two options. You can stay with the job you're at, or you can look for another position somewhere else. It's that simple. You don't want to downgrade and go back to an entry-level position So having your managerial experience and looking for a job that might be in that arena is good. And I think this sword represents like 1 year. Maybe staying with your job until you've had 1 year manager experience. And in the meantime, you can be researching and kind of seeing what positions are open. And, you know, maybe it might be too much for you right now to just all of a sudden start applying to jobs, but you could start looking into it, you know, start reading reviews on different workplaces, kind of keep your eye on some jobs and positions. And this is saying like, there's somebody coming in your love life. I know this isn't a love reading, but you are in the process of manifesting a romantic partner that you can trust, and getting involved in a new relationship. Maybe this whole journey is taking you like in a new direction and gonna open up some energy for someone new to come in your life as a result. I also feel like there's someone that's meant to be blessed in your workplace. When you leave that position, they're gonna have to promote someone else. There's someone else who's kind of waiting in the wings, and like you're gonna bless people in this process of you moving forward. That's what I think is so cool. Sometimes when you make different choices or you move forward in life, like it can also, your choices and decisions can bless other people. So by doing what's right for you, you bless people around you. Let's see what else is coming out. Yeah, this says indecision right now is kind of holding you back. You need to make the choice that's best for you. You have this good thing going for you, this artistic side of you, and that's your future. But right now, you need to make a choice that's going to be good for you right now. That's what I'm seeing in the cards. This is saying move forward cautiously. I think that's the saying, like, don't jump into anything. I see something about you really seriously starting to look for the job after the holiday season. You also don't want to try to get a job during the holidays because sometimes they lay people off. Also, Mercury retrograde starts on November 4th. So, you know, expect a lot of crap to go down at your job during that time. Everyone's going to be feeling the Mercury retrograde squeeze. But I think that's a good time to kind of research and plan and like rethink. So the energy that's coming in the next couple of weeks is going to be like helping you to research and plan and to kind of figure out what direction you want to go in for work. This says meticulous attention to detail. I see something about you giving yourself a month or two, maybe 2 months to like work on your resume. Maybe even take a resume workshop or like hire someone to help you with your resume. That can help, you know. Maybe go on Fiverr.com and see if anybody will help you with your resume or make it look good for you. I don't know if you've ever heard of that website, but you can pay people like $5 or $10 to do almost anything for you. I love that website, and there's probably people out there that will help you with your resume or will like help you phrase things or help you to like, you know, I'm sure you know how to write a good resume, but just having input will help. Yeah, this is saying you need to move forward practically right now. You will be meeting somebody though who's gonna really help you with this job. So like, let's kind of look into that. How are you going to be able to move forward? How is this gonna come about? That's kind of a question I wanna ask. Sometimes asking the tarot how is a really good question we forget about sometimes. How? Oh. Well, we're seeing some really good cards for you. Things are looking up. I just want you to know that things are looking up. Well, the answer isn't 100% cut and dry. This is talking about following your intuition. And then I do see something about writing here. So I see you the next 2 months doing a lot of work, writing cover letters, like having a couple different options for different types of jobs, writing your resume, like before you even go to apply for the jobs, like have it all ready. So you can just fill out those forms and tweak a couple things and send it out. And you're just feeling confident and you're not like, because it's overwhelming to just like find a job, sit there and like get really excited, send your resume in and then kind of rush through it and or like be stressed or not in the best energy to like apply, and that affects everything. So preparation is 100% important. This is the how of how you're going to land this job. Preparation. And then this is justice saying like, don't worry, you're going to get what you deserve. You know, you put in your time. Money, a raise, not worrying about this anymore. I also feel like this is talking about like a 5 to 7 year cycle of like your finances increasing like crazy over the next 5 or 7 years. Like, and I see that as a result of like some type of online business. This is also talking about maybe something about being a manager somewhere where the job might include working with children. I'm not sure if that resonates with you. I'm just going to throw it out there. Next, we're seeing, this comes out in the middle of your reading. I always love that. Your love life is going to be healed as a result of this change. I feel like you're going to finally cut the cords with Frank once you leave this job. And shortly after, you're probably going to manifest like somebody pretty amazing in your life. So you're really not that far away from manifesting a true love. We've talked about this person. We've done readings for it on you before. Yeah, healing. And also, this is going to heal your family. This person is really going to come in your life and really be there for your daughter. I see that. So yeah, let's see what's coming out. Stay optimistic about your love life. You know, there's something happening behind the scenes. There's some faint inklings of that going on. So yeah. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. So now we're just going to wrap this up. I want to see final messages on anything in particular that you need to do. Obviously, the resume thing is 100%. That's pretty much probably it. Is there anything else you need to know? Is there anything else that you need to do as you move forward? I mean, it's really go with the flow right now because, yeah, this energy is just so natural taking you forward. Yeah, stirring the pot. You're going to need to apply to... You're going to have at least 4 opportunities. That's what I see. At least 4 big contenders. One job, I think, is going to come really close between you and another person. You might not get it. There's going to be 3 other jobs that are a good fit for you. And it's going to be a matter of choice. You might be offered in the end 2 jobs and have to choose between them. This is the career opportunity card. Career opportunity definitely coming your way. You're going to feel like you've got a good foundation. No more worrying about getting clothes and stuff for your daughter. No more having to worry about that kind of stuff. Like it's your destiny. Abundance, you know? So here you are, back to the drawing board with those resumes and those cover letters and researching. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull some final messages for you now. Yeah, stay inspired about what could happen with your life. I don't think you're gonna have to go out there and like get jobs anymore. I really do see like inspire yourself. If you want to work from home, make it happen. You have the strength. You've got so much strength. You never give up. I mean, your life story is so inspiring to me. Like the fact that you're just still here, you're still going, so much strength. This is a golden era of your life. You know, all that stress, all that worry might just be kind of thinking about the past and stuff. So this is saying be tender with yourself, nurture yourself as you move forward, and above all, believe. Believe in this path. I see it so clearly in the cards. You're moving to a new job. Let's see what's going on here. Within 7 months. That makes perfect sense. Around 7 months from now, you will manifest this job. The time is going to fly. You know, the holiday seasons in and of itself is like 4 months. So I see after the holidays, just a couple months of working. It will take a couple months for you to land the job. You know, between getting the callbacks, between, you know, interviews, and it just takes a long time, you know. So, and keep in mind too, when you're going through the interview process, if you don't get a call back right away, don't worry about it. You know, I used to be in charge of hiring people, and I had so much stuff going on at my job. Like it was so hard like to do it, and I would interview someone, they would do a great job, and then like I wouldn't call them back for 2 weeks because I just like literally had other stuff to do, and like I would have a stack of potential candidates on my desk, and sometimes it would take me a long time to make the decision, and it was always something I just kind of put off. And I see that a lot with people who are really nervous. Did I get the job? I haven't heard back, and it's been 3 weeks, and then like a month later they get a call back. And it's just sometimes the process goes fast, sometimes it doesn't. So just keep that in mind, you know. Yeah, once again, 7 months from now. That's the Swords energy, because it's like, oh, you got to deal with your job that much longer, but just you're checking something off your list. You're getting that year in the manager position, you know. And then here's 2 of Pentacles, you know, abundance coming in, and it's going to be such an increase. It's going to be amazing. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace out.